Hello. So we're such an embarrassment to the world. uh oh boy. Was Donald just drunk? Was was he drunk? Was it just me, or did he seem inebriated? Like, just completely. I, I, I don't. I. Is it just me? He seemed like he was, like, maybe a little drunk. I mean, wholly aside from the fact that, like, he did the normal sort of thing and just. Yeah, I mean, like, he was giving somebody inducting somebody to a position, not necessarily addressing the nation. And then, like, he just, when he was talking about that guy, he admitted, he's like, oh, I didn't even know any of this shit about you. He's like, I didn't even know any of this. He's like, and then he was like, you've Native American in you? Oh, let me have a look. Oh yeah, that looks about right. What the fuck was that? What? Oh, you have a little bit of Native American in you. Here, let me. That looks about. What the hell? This is the President of the United States, and this is what he's doing with his speech? Oh, boy, I didn't know this stuff. You Native American? Wow. Let me. And then he goes, that seems right, after looking at him, like, and then racist too, just adding, just literally adding it, just throwing it on there. Oh yeah, that seems right. What? Wait, what? What? What is he doing with that? Like, why talk about it? And then he looks at him and agrees. Yep. Whatever the hell he was talking about. He mentioned something about Native American with the guy. Like, I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what is he even talking about? And he's like, it seems right. And then, wholly aside from the fact that he's clearly slurring his words, he's just completely drunk. Like, just. He doesn't sleep? No. He sleeps all the time. He doesn't get actual sleep. Like, he's probably wasted or whatever, or again, he's so tired he's in that mode where he's just always asleep and never getting proper sleep. And then there's just nothing going on up there. Not like there was to begin with, but there's definitely nothing going on up there. Such an embarrassment. And if it's really the sleep thing, like I said already, if the President of the United States can't do something as basic as manage a sleep schedule, he can't, I mean, come on, that's a pretty basic thing. You think that he could manage getting enough sleep. This is pretty important, especially when you're that old. This is going to be the oldest president leaving office when he leaves. He's like, I didn't know any of this. So you didn't prepare, you didn't research the guy and anything, and he just admits that. I didn't know any of this. And then, like, didn't he say something about, like, you can tell a lot about a person by their ears? Didn't he randomly throw that in there? He was talking about, like, the wrestler guy, right? So, like what does he think, that, like, everybody has cauliflower ear that's a good grappler or something like that? Look, dude, I've known plenty of really good grapplers over the years, trust me. And plenty of really good ones never had cauliflower ear. I mean, I've seen plenty of guys with it, but again, I've seen plenty of really good grapplers that didn't have the cauliflower. So I don't know what the hell he's just, like, going on about. So, you know, again, you can tell a lot about, you know, like, about, you know, their ears or something, you know, about. No, the eyes, moron. The eyes, not the ears. The eyes. You tell a lot about somebody's health by their eyes. I mean, some things by the ears, but I mean, it's cartilage and skin, man. Like, no, the eyes. What is he talking about? The ears? I mean, I guess, a little, like I said, a little bit, but, like, no, he's just, look, and why is he just throwing this shit out there? What is he talking about? Oh my god. I don't know what I just watched, I really don't. But, it was an embarrassment, that's for sure. So, oh yeah, and didn't he say something about, didn't he say something again about trying to do, like, end mail-in ballots? Didn't he say that again? I think he said that again, and didn't we just cover this? How he literally just used a mail-in ballot himself in a Florida special election, and he's sitting here trying to claim there's fraud through mail-in ballots and stuff, and that's why he wants to end mail-in ballots. No, he wants to do this so that it limits the availability for people to vote. It's pretty obvious, guys. It's always the opposite. He's always showing his hand. If he doesn't win, yes he did. Remember? The art of the steal, not the art of the deal. There ain't no art. He didn't win. He just figures out a way to win anyway. To cheat. You know. Just like a guy that can't even lose at golf. If you can't even lose at golf, you can't even take losing at that, you're gonna cheat at that. Come on. It's just golf. He's not even a golfer. Nobody would care. So what? The owner of the golf courses is bad at golf. Nobody cares. Yet he cheats. It would be more positive to his character if he was hilariously bad but on some golf courses. And didn't give a shit how bad he was. But nope. Nope, he can't realize that. Like, what the hell? He just has to cheat. You get what I'm saying? And everybody knows that too. That's pretty widely reported. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. You don't already know. I just can't believe what I just watched. I really can't. So that's why I had to get on and I had to say something, because I just couldn't believe what I watched. I really couldn't. I really could not believe it. And and hold on. There it is. All right. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. You might want to check that out. You're welcome. Yeah, so just definitely, definitely check that link out. And again, you're welcome. You don't have to thank me for sharing that with you. I already know that you're gonna be you're gonna be thankful. So, no need. You're welcome. Just enjoy. Because it's awesome. So, I thought that, I thought there was negotiations today. Yeah, he's contradicting himself. He he's saying that he's gonna negotiate, but he's not. He's just doing the opposite. He's actually doing the opposite right now as we speak. Literally, he's just making shit up. As I told you earlier, I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll see. It's not like none of this is. He's just making shit up while doing the opposite. Like it's just blatantly obvious. He just says that stuff to throw you off. Donald's like poker face is the opposite. Like it's literally just that easy to figure out what he's gonna do. So like obviously we knew he was gonna do it anyway, but right now he's in the middle of just doing it anyway. Even though negotiations, and again that's according to reports. But, we've been following it for most of the day, and it's kind of obvious. It's kind of obvious he wasn't gonna do anything except what he was already gonna do. So, I mean... His middle name is Jackass, after all. After all. So yeah, that really threw me off, and I had to get on and tell you guys about it and be like, what the hell did I just watch? And then, so hold on, there's a couple other things here. Hold on. Yeah, he was, it was weird. I'm talking about when he was, swearing in the DHS secretary, and again, there was no there was no separation. He just decides I'm gonna stand here and bore everybody with a bunch of incoherent rambling that's supposed to be Iran war updates and stuff like that, but it isn't. He didn't really say anything about it. He said a lot of the stuff that I told you. It's basically what he said. So yeah, basically, like, it's pretty sad when it's actually pretty sad when the president oversteps the courts consistently and consistently just it's really sad because like he's been court ordered, like there's just so many things that he's like that they just said, don't do this and stuff like that, and he just does it anyway. So it's kind of amazing. All right, so let me just pull something. Let me just pull this up here. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second here. Let me just find this. Okay. The hack. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? I can't find it. What the hell? Oh, where? Son of a. Oh, wait. I may have found what I was looking for. I am looking for a specific piece of information. Sorry. Sorry about that. Why can I not find this stupid thing? Come on, man. Here we go. Found it. Found it. I wanted to find the exact wording when we talked about, illegals in this country and stuff like that. Illegal border crossings were at a 40-year low by 2015 to 2016 during Obama's administration. Obama deported more people in his first term than Trump did. That's why Trump is trying to do this. Obama actually did it. And Trump is just sitting here reaching. He is really, 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 really reaching. So that's the real reason. Remember, how many things he's taking credit for that they did, and we've pointed this out. Much of the infrastructure, including tech and personal improvements at the border, were Obama-era investments. And as you see, the views are just being lied about. Again, we are being view botted, but again, YouTube is sitting here and allowing the Trump administration to affect our concurrence of the stream and lie about how many people are actually in here. And again, it's exactly how I told you. They're all going around and sitting here and buffering your devices, and stuff like that. Various means. But, all kinds of different little scams that they're running to not get our views to count just because we sat here and talked about Obama. Yep. And it continues to happen. Um, yeah, this is something that we've mentioned many times before, and you know, again, the streams that we talk about these things, we see a definitive meddling around with the stream in some way, in some fashion, and then we see halting of a view progress. We see, you know, that we try to get some more views on it and stuff like that, and literally just the view progress is completely halted. Maybe we talk about it and they throw like one view at it because then I'm clearly talking about it, and they're trying to make it seem like it's still getting at least one, so that way you know, it shuts down any sort of criticism to the effect of it being locked at, you know, a certain view count. um, so you know, you see it, and it's been a repetitive pattern with these political things. And you know, right when we say this, confetti, 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 laugh emoji, all that, just like we normally see. And the person that had a like on the stream just to remove it has removed it, just like we always see. So nothing any different than we always see with this terrorist game of lying about the popularity of people that don't like Trump in this country. You know, he's just trying to make people think that's not the case. No, there's not one person in the stream. So, give me a minute here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab something, a little bit of a show and tell here. Give me a minute. Alright. So let's go ahead and put this up for you guys. Let me show you this. Windows is so trash. Alright, so this is when we were streaming. Now I'm going to shrink this down so that way I can make it big enough for you to see and then talk about. So what's happening here is I moved the wrong thing. What's happening here is geez, Windows is trash. Did you see how trash that was? I didn't even have that selected. Windows is so fucking trash. I shouldn't even have been able to do that. Jesus. So, if you remember, I was talking about how this is a regular thing, alright? When this bullshit is happening where they're lying about the views and stuff like that, there's also this thing going on, conveniently, where every time I would click this live button where it says you can see skip ahead to live broadcast, obviously just make sure that you're live, it's instantly turned off. No delay, almost like they have it scammed to be off. And then as I talked about that on stream, they fix it. So like it's like that, but if I say something, then they fix it. Then they don't make it like that anymore. Then they make sure it's because obviously, then I'm talking about it. So as you can see, I'm gonna click it and it's gonna instantly. As you can see, I'm not doing anything. I'm just clicking it and I'm moving the mouse around so you can see that. I'm not clicking it again. It's just doing it. It's just turning off immediately. And that's why I'm moving the mouse away so you don't think I'm clicking it again or anything. You know what I mean? Like it's just doing that in that instant. You see that shit? Like it's that quick. I mean that's complete bullshit. And it's like all the freaking time. So you know, I mean, like I've seen this enough that I know. Again, like I said, as I talk about this, then they fix it, and it just goes away all of a sudden. And that's what happens here. Right here. This is that the now I click it right here. See? Now it's now because I'm talking about it on the stream. So see how it did eventually do it, but it took a little longer. You see that? So that's the point. Like I was talking about it, and it was taking a little longer. Like they were trying to be like, oh crap, let's fix this really quick because he's talking about it. Because if I don't talk about it, nah, it'll just do that shit. It'll just do it. And this is all the time. Where just something, you know, breaking, this person's mashing a laugh emoji, it gets worse. I mean, it truly is unbelievable that it would be that bad. So that's my little show and tell, and that was the documentation from, you know, when I was playing games that night, and that was happening, and I said it was happening, and I said I was documenting it. That's what there we go, and so I just I wanted to at least show you that some of the most ridiculous crap. You shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a feature to exist. It should work. It should function. It doesn't immediately not go, and this isn't something that, you know what I mean? Like, should just happen all the time. Conveniently, when I see this nonsense with the concurrence, where it's blatantly obvious that it's not the correct amount of concurrence, and I can test that. And then conveniently, this is also happening. I mean, like, come on. Come on now. And anytime I say these things, this is the point. They're just sitting here learning it and trying to make it better. So, alright, okay, well, now we knew that. We'll try to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. Because then, like, all these things would make it obvious eventually. So, remember when we used the AI to talk about MDO? Remember that? Just saying. We did do that before. And it was it was interesting, actually. It wasn't very long. There's only a couple of things. I know, confetti, I know. Confetti. Yeah, so, where is it? Hold on. Hold on. I will find it. I feel like this is how we look. We look like this. That's how we look. You get what I'm saying by that? It's like it's an embarrassment. We're an embarrassment. I mean, this guy. He used to make fun of Biden for being apparently Sleepy Joe. And this guy actually fell asleep how many times now? Needs to he needs to sleep. He needs to just like, you know what I mean? Like, if that's really what that crap is. What did Donald do today? A whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. I mean, the war is not postponed. He's clearly just going to do the opposite. And not only that, like, it doesn't even look like he did anything today. Like, he just wasted everybody's time with that stupid speech, swearing that guy in. And then didn't even do anything with this. Trump said that... Trump literally said... The negotiations are ongoing with Iran, mentioning that very significant high value, a very significant high value present or prize was received from the other side. He's talking about uranium. This is not good. Donald does not know what the fuck he's doing. He should not be trading uranium with the Iranians. That is a stupid fucking move. You need to stop him right now. You need to stop him right now. Any fucking idiot knows what they're talking about. You need to stop Donald Trump right now. Uranium. Uranium. So let me get this straight. You, Donald Trump, threatened Iran, way back. Have been blatantly sort of racist toward those types of people. And all while this is going on, you started a war, struck them, blew some shit up, and now you claim to make a deal based on the stuff that you make nukes with. I think Donald Trump needs to go you know, take a trip you know, I think he's a little loony. And somebody needs to step in and do something before, again, this is a huge mistake. Are you stupid? You can't trade uranium with Iran. I'm glad we agree. I'm glad we can at least agree on that. It's a stupid fucking idea. Christ. I really cannot understand it. I really can't. What the fuck troll removes? Who puts likes on here just to take them off? You're stupid. What is this, some pathetic... Like, this is the White House, right? And this is some pathetic attempt to look Christian? Every time I say Christ or fuck or something, you remove a like? This doesn't look Christian, you just look stupid. Well, you think God's watching and being like, oh, thank you for removing your likes right then. Get a life. Wait, you really are just dumb, aren't you? Confetti, confetti, because we're getting real views. Confetti, confetti, because we're getting real views. Confetti, confetti. Confetti, confetti. Day 25. Iran targets Lebanon with missile. Well, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. So, look. Yeah, like, again, it's important to remember that, as I stated earlier, while he's saying that he sent a peace plan to Iran, and he may have done that, he's still not doing anything. He's still sending X amount of troops. There's reports of the 82nd Airborne and all that stuff. He's still doing that stuff. So you can sit here and talk all day about how he sent them a peace plan, but Iran, as I've already stated, he attacked these people and threatened them, and he blatantly doesn't like them. And they're not going to just be like, yeah, okay, it's fine now. They're not. They may not want to negotiate anything. They might be just like, F you. Get the heck out of our country. We don't need to negotiate with you. They might say that. You never know what they're going to say. It's probably what I would say. Get the fuck out of my country. I'm not negotiating with you at all. You're a terrorist to me, and we don't negotiate with terrorists. That's what I would say if I were them. And that is what we say, isn't it? So, I don't understand why Trump acts like he didn't attack them and provoke them. Like, there's already all this crap going on in that... There's always a bunch of crap going on in the Middle East. And he just made it worse. He knows that. And Russia loves that. They depend on that. So, supposedly, he's scheduled to deliver keynote remarks at the NRCC dinner later this evening. I would have thought that would have already happened by now. What time is that supposed to be? I would have thought that would have already happened by now. Yeah, that's done. He should have already done that. It's almost 9. He should have already done that. That doesn't make any sense to say that. And even this thing here says what will he say during the NRCC dinner? What? This isn't in Washington? What is the what I guess I don't know what this is. I thought this was something in Washington. Hold on. I guess I need to find out what this is. Oh no, he did. It's just not updating. That's really weird. He did. Yeah, I'm right. He did. I think it was about 2 hours ago. Yeah, National Republican Committee dinner. Okay, that's kind of. I thought that's what we were talking about. I thought it was some sort of Republican thing, but I just isn't it in Washington? Like I think it's in Washington. He's probably just gonna do it at the White House, right? That'd be my guess. I have no idea. Why wouldn't you? I guess maybe if there's not enough room. I don't know. I have no idea. So it is in D.C. It's held at the National Building Museum. So that's where it's held. It's held at the National Building Museum in D.C. So I was right about it being in D.C. I don't know why I thought it was in the White House for some reason. At the White House. Okay. He probably didn't say anything notable. He probably didn't really, you know what I mean? That's probably what happened. He probably didn't say much else other than what we already know. So that's probably what happened. And that's probably why there's no update. That's probably why. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the AI is so behind in not giving me an updated answer. It is indicating though that it understands that it's unfolding or just concluding. It was like 2 hours ago. So if you do Google search, you can find all these updates and stuff like that. But yeah, the AI that's weird. It's actually like not even, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of admitting it doesn't. It's not updated. It's behind by a few hours. But that's okay. I was trying to get it to give me a summary of remarks, but it automatically defaulted to the previous year, and I'm like, well, how about the one that just happened today? And it's like, well, it's either just happening or like, no. I mean, it was a few hours ago. I mean, I see all of the videos right here. Yeah, it's really weird. Now I'm not getting anything on the highlights. I had some answers, and now they're not showing up. It's like changing on me. The ones I'm getting now are the ones from last year. That's really weird. See, now it is changing on me. Huh. So even Google is not confirming that it happened. That's so strange. It already had. It's almost 9. Like I said, like come on. Doesn't make any sense. It's in DC. It's almost 9. Yeah, do you have dinner time? Do you have dinner at 9? Jeez. Dinner's at like 6, 7. Not 9. If people have lunch from 11 to maybe 1 or 2, you don't have dinner at 9. Does it make any sense? You're done eating by then. You have dinner at 6 or 7. You finish by 9. No wonder this guy doesn't sleep. He can't schedule anything. Yeah, this is really weird. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything now. That is the strangest thing. I wonder what's going on. I wonder if something happened. That is the strangest thing. Why would my bitrate be shifting around too? Why is my bitrate shifting around? That's malicious. That is a malicious bitrate shift. So YouTube, since it's blatantly obvious that you're doing this to control traffic that I'm getting, it's obvious you're doing this to blatantly control traffic that I'm getting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to release the evidence that I have that Russians are sitting here doing this through your server. You're fully aware of it too. I'm going to release the evidence that I have that Russians are doing this through your server and that you're fully aware of it. That's what I'm going to do. because that's all that's happening. It's literally why this is happening right now. Because you are sitting here messing around with my traffic. So I'll just release the evidence that I have that Russians are using your servers to do stuff like this. You know full well that you're doing that because that's a pretty hot take. It is. That it is. It's 9 p.m. and there is absolutely jack diddly squat about this dinner that's supposedly supposed to happen. What exactly is going on? And it's almost like I found some stuff, but then it vanished. What the hell? Did something happen? That's pretty crazy. So, I have to truthfully wonder if it did, you know what I mean? There's nothing. There's nothing. There's stuff from like about a month or two ago of them like talking about when it was gonna happen, but nothing like actually like. And then again, like I said, AI confirmed earlier that it is happening tonight, but then nothing. That's really weird. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. The AI got it wrong. Hold on. It's on March 25th. Yeah, that's why. The AI got it wrong. It said it was tonight. That's why. It's not the 25th. It's the 24th. That's why. Because the AI got it wrong. Yeah, that's why. Boy, that was weird. What the heck? Huh. Strange. I wonder why it was that wrong. And it even said that it was tonight. It knows the date. That was Gemini. I mean, this is just Google, man. It's just Gemini. That was strange. Yeah, so it's because the NRCC dinner is tomorrow, not tonight. That's why. It says it's March 25th. And the AI was saying that it was tonight, the dinner was tonight. So that's it was trying to say he had like this really busy schedule today and stuff like that. So I was trying to, give him the benefit of the doubt, and it was throwing that in there too. And it's not even today; it's tomorrow. It was trying to. He didn't like. The point is like, I get that he's in negotiations, and everybody thinks this is difficult. It takes a lot of time. No, he's either gonna do something or he's not gonna do something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. How long does that take? Oh, all right. There's the decision. It's done. I mean, like, it doesn't, there's not like the, he's not actually talking to anybody. He doesn't negotiate. It's not what he does. So, I just, he's sort of bad at that. That's the point. There's no actual, I wonder what people think he's actually doing, you know what I mean? And then supposedly there was this dinner, but the dinner didn't happen. And then remember, he's swearing in the DHS secretary, and he doesn't even know how to do that. He gives this rambling, incoherent speech about nothing and messes up. Like, half the crap he said, again, I already talked about it earlier, didn't make any freaking sense. and could have done that as a separate address, but didn't. So, like, what the heck else did he do except be tired all day, not negotiate anything, send them some sort of supposed peace deal that he says, okay? That's not him doing anything. Somebody else sent the he didn't do that. You know what I mean? If he actually is meeting with somebody and there's a meeting, okay, then he's preps for that. There's things to do for that. And he doesn't even prep. Trump doesn't even do that. Trust me. When he meets with these world leaders, that's actually the problem. He doesn't prep at all. That's why it looked ridiculous when he was there with Zelensky. That's why it was ridiculous. Because it was blatantly obvious he didn't prep for that. So he just man, he's not even doing anything. What the hell did he do today? Except make it look like he did something. Like, that's all I'm saying. And that's all his speeches ever are. Not, we're actually doing this and we're going to do it. Oh, we're going to do it. Now we're not. Now we are. Now we're not. Yeah, we are. Now we're not. And then there's nothing, there's no thing, no plan, no actual, it's just sort of like some stuff that happens. You know what I mean? So, sort of like ICE and Border Patrol and all that. Like nothing that should be done the way it's normally supposed to be done. Just a bunch of stuff happened and it was really bad. Yeah, because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing and his administration's incompetent. Yes, exactly. Exactly. He does not know what the fuck he's doing. To quote the president himself. So, I just... There's no excuse for the no sleep, not getting sleep thing. There's no excuse for that. He could get plenty of sleep. Because, again, he didn't do anything today. Oh, what? He gave that speech that took him 20 minutes? Okay, so an hour later, when everybody clears out and shit like that, and he's supposedly doing these negotiations. But then there's no negotiations. He's not actually doing anything. He just sent them a deal, and they're gonna respond or not respond, and they haven't yet. So what the hell's he doing? You get what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of nothing coming out of the White House. What's he doing? Well, I'm just asking. There were no actual negotiations. Didn't actually happen. He sent a deal. How long does that take? And he's not doing it. Somebody else is sending it, on his behalf, obviously. And they're gonna approve it or not. Again, he doesn't have to have anything to do with that. Somebody from the Pentagon's probably doing that. And they're just gonna give him word eventually. So what the fuck's he doing then? Is he doing something else? Or is he watching people's live streams and going on the internet, hanging on the words everybody says, getting all getting himself all worked up? I think it's that. I think that's what he's doing. Like, again, I just don't think this guy does anything. I think he just watches TV and the internet. What do you think the president does? Again, a proactive president, lots of ideas, not stealing ideas from other people, but lots of ideas. Maybe he'll be able to fit something in here and there and actually do something. But again, this guy who just endlessly wants to make it through and, oh, we're going to do this, but there's no actual this, and, oh, okay, no, but now we're not. We are, but, oh, now we are, but now we're not. But there was no this, there was no actual this or a plan or what this was that they were going to do. So, what... when was there a something, ever? Just like the debates that I already talked about earlier, where he never had anything credible to say in the debates. He's just talking over somebody. Oh, it's going to be an idea. It's going to cover everybody. And it's going to be really big. And it's going to be great. That's not a plan. That's not a thing to do of anything. That's like... What does that even mean? Sounds like you're... sounds like you're talking about a intent or something, like it doesn't even say, it's not a plan of any kind. It doesn't tell me anything. It just... Sounds like you slapped the hood of a car, It's just, it's ridiculous. Yep. Didn't do anything today. That's kind of the point. When you actually sit here and you try to figure out what he actually does, it doesn't really seem like a whole lot. Like, you actually try to figure it out. Like, you get down to the bottom of what he's actually doing. I'm not talking about, like, some stupid fucking speech or a meeting. I'm talking about what he did. It doesn't seem like there's ever anything except he made shit worse. He went to war with Iran. Claims he's gonna be over. It's not. Shifts my goddamn bit rate around all over the place just because he's a stupid faggot. You know, again, he's sitting here using tax dollars to attack people. Like we already confirmed that he makes things more expensive for people just because they're talking bad about him. We already know that. We already know that he sits here and can't stand it when you know, somebody else likes something and it's popular, and then he's like, oh, I'm jealous of that person. What kind of stupid individual acts like that? That is exactly what he does. This is how is exactly how he acts. You know, like almost like he's jealous that like of celebrities, of like, you know, like people that might get attention from other celebrities, you know, because again, no celebrities want to give him attention anymore. Do you see what my bitrate is doing right now? Who are we talking about? And my bitrate is flying around all over the place. Who are we talking about? I mean, that is quite literally an attack on my free speech. And then for him to actually sit here and claim that he fixed free speech. He fixed it. There was never anybody attacking it until he did. He has been attacking it. And he didn't fix anything. He's still doing it. He attacks things to fix them. Just like when he makes your electric bill 3 times more each month. 3 times. 3 times more each month. Consecutively. I mean, that's just fascism. So the whole point is that we're getting views. A lot of people are watching. I'm saying stuff a lot of people don't talk about, and then they go look up and they go, oh shit, he's right. And so the point is, this asshole is actually sitting here doing this. And like I said, the point is, we will show the evidence, as I said earlier, that, you know, again, because they're allowing this to happen. Their YouTube is just doing it, you know. I mean, it's literally just, again, it's just YouTube. You know, they can just immediately do something about this or not. So, you know, again, all I'm gonna do is release that, and they're allowing Russians to spy on people, and oh, it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. So I'll just release that. Yeah. We'll just work on getting that evidence out there and releasing that. You know, they're just sitting here buffering the stream so that you can't hear what I'm saying. Yeah. So my upload is about a quarter of what it should be right now. They are just hacking my router and attacking my router right now to do this. Specifically the device I'm streaming from. So that's all they're doing. Affecting my upload rate. That's all they're doing. They're just sitting here affecting my upload rate. So they're hacking this to download something from my hard drive. They're sitting here downloading something from this device. That's all that means. Because my upload rate is nothing. And that is not the case. We all know what my upload rate is. I've talked about it before. My ISP is aware of what my upload rate should be. And it sure as hell shouldn't be nothing. So I'm just I just screenshotted that. I've plenty of documentation that they're attacking it while I'm streaming. So again, that's just that is illegal, by the way. If you even hack something out in public and stuff like that, you can actually get a lot of trouble for that in the United States. It is incredibly illegal. It's a federal offense. But you know, just literally sitting here regularly every fucking day, shifting my bitrate around, and doing so by literally like downloading things from my hard drive while I'm streaming and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about literally they're just downloading things from my hard drive while I'm streaming to cause this. Because again, my upload is absolutely nothing. Now my upload is literally fucking 6. Yep, it's 6. Yep. It's not 6. My upload is not 6. Nope. Not even close. Nope, not even fucking close. Not even close. So all I'm going to do is continue to document that this device is under attack. Again, my upload rate shouldn't change while I'm streaming. Otherwise, YouTube, are attacking my device. This device right here. And everybody can see it. You can see the bit rate. It's right here. Everybody can see it. That's why the bit rate's like that. Because my upload rate is now nothing. Because they are, in fact, illegally stealing something from my hard drive. Yep. So, I'm not sure what it is they think they're going to steal, but we're monitoring this. Oh, yeah. I have a pen tester that I'm working with that is all on the other side of this, and they're documenting every last bit of it. Oh, yeah. So I just think it's funny that knowing that they're going to continue to attack my router, and knowing that it is illegal. I mean, it is illegal. It's incredibly illegal. Yeah. Again, they're just clearly they're clearly using my internet to do things. That's it. They're just literally using my internet. And then as I say this, the person that's doing it spams the laugh emoji. So again, I just did the same test and my upload rate is nothing again. Yep. And it's not nothing. There's reports going to my ISP, and I'm reporting YouTube for fraud again. I'm going to report them again. I've already reported them to the FTC. They've been reported to the FBI. I reported them multiple times for not doing anything about their own policies. They have policies against doxing and stuff like that. And the person doing all of this has been doxing and stalking. They doxed street address for an entire year. So, yeah, and YouTube literally knew that and had plenty of reports. And, again, I read the emails for you. So they just did nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to report them. And I already reported them to the FBI. The FBI is incompetent under Trump, so we'll just continue to throw report after report after report. I reported them to the FTC. I reported them to, well, we won't tell you everybody. But we also have, a lawsuit investigation where we're investigating class action status of, essentially, can we get enough signatures, get enough people to agree flat out that they have been taken advantage of on YouTube, felt like they were convinced to quit, felt like they wanted to either harm themselves or felt like other people wanted to harm them when they were on the platform, stuff like that, where it's like stuff like that where the platform makes you depressed and stuff like that, and it just simply just trying to be a creator. Yeah, well, Kash Patel is incredibly incompetent, and not just that, but he lies for Trump too. So. So the whole reason this is happening is just because I did that stream for 10 hours. Like I told you guys. Because I did that stream for 10 hours, they just hacked the browser again and breached again. That's all it is. It's literally just that. Do you want to know why I know that? Tough shit. Yep. Tough shit. Oh well. Yeah, see, YouTube, you would know, and I would report the stuff to you, except now I don't trust anybody at YouTube. And I probably never will. So, I am not going to work with you. Like, ever. Probably on anything. 'Cause you aren't to be trusted. So, all I'm gonna do is report it to the FBI, report it to federal agencies, and you're gonna face the consequences every single time you have a policy that is violated. And again, these policies are made in accordance with federal laws. They are. There's a reason that they are made. So, we have plenty of documentation and evidence of this scammer right here spamming the laugh emoji, having a channel that had the street address typed into the title of a video for over 7 months. Somebody's street address typed into the title of a video for over 7 months and was reported to YouTube on a nearly daily basis. Yep. And this person was making accounts on Facebook, stealing other people's real names, pictures, and, their just identity off of social media, and making many YouTube accounts as if they were these people. Coming in chat, saying sexual things. Sometimes impersonating police in chat. And YouTube allowed this. Has allowed this for years, even though they have policies. You can find entire Reddit threads of people that were targeted on YouTube, and YouTube didn't do anything. You can find entire Reddit threads of police that were targeted on YouTube, and YouTube didn't do anything. Even when police were targeted, YouTube didn't do anything. Interesting. So what you're saying is the police should literally walk in and arrest the person that's responsible for doing something about these policies. Because the person that is supposed to do something about the fact that a criminal is actually sitting here committing online stalking crimes every day. The person that works at YouTube is doing absolutely nothing while knowing this is going on. So what the police should do is literally show up at that person's house that's responsible for doing nothing about crimes that they're aware of happening on the platform, and they're aware of it for literally years. They should be arrested immediately. Holy fucking shit, they should be arrested immediately. Because they're aware of these crimes. I mean, Christ. This person could be stalking minors. They probably are. They actually sort of prove to us that they are. They put a picture of a minor in a thumbnail on their page that they stole off of social media. So yes, you should go and immediately arrest any YouTube employee that was aware of this and didn't do anything. Because they would have an obligation. It's a crime that they're aware of. Wholly aside from the fact that YouTube is based out of California, and California themselves have state laws against stalking, online stalking, harassment, stuff like that. Only aside from that, you can still justify that these things are illegal on a federal level. And are you kidding? So, how many women is it going to take to get for people like they're stalking people? So, and plenty of women have already unfortunately been stalked. So how many more is it going to take for them to actually do something about it? That's terrible. Imagine being the FBI and not doing your job like you're supposed to, and then just masquerading around. You know, again, instead, all these racist border agents and stuff like that work for Trump are just masquerading around, and you got people talking about how illegals are running from them and shit like that. It's like, yeah, because again, they're illegally deporting these people that are going through the process. If they're in the middle of the process, yeah, they don't have that end process paperwork, clearly, because they're going through. It's a process. And then you claim that you care so much about them. Well, if they go through the proper process, that is it. And you're actually saying that people that are in the middle of said process, they're illegals. No, they're not. You said it yourself. If they go through the process, they're not. They're not. I mean, it's blatant. This thing, there's no federal law that governs this. That's why. You have immigration laws, but, like, the point is, there's no federal law that states that. It's the state laws and stuff like that. That's what people aren't understanding. Okay? You only do that as it's needed. We have immigration policies and laws. And as I already pointed out, Obama used them. And it sure as hell doesn't look like a bunch of ICE agents scaring the crap out of people at airports. This is not what it looks like. Because you're too fucking stupid to understand what that means. Just because you're too fucking stupid to understand what that means doesn't mean it's somehow right. No, you're just stupid and you don't get it. Just one of the 5 million things that you're too fucking stupid to understand about what Donald Jackass Trump is doing. So be blatantly racist. Why is my bitrate shifting around? Because you're hacking this device again? As you did when I did that stream last night? I already told you guys that when that happened. They hacked that stream, all the view bots started happening right at the end, and then bam, all those views came off from that Elden Ring stream from the other day. Just all that stuff, just all at once started happening. Oh wow, imagine that. And the whole stream, for the whole 10 hours I did that stream, there's like nothing. They're trying to claim there's nobody in the stream, and then right at the very end, right before I ended the stream, yep, we get there's all these view bots in there. It's blatantly obvious. And they didn't count them. They locked the stream at 30. If you go all the way to the end of that stream, you'll see blatantly like hundreds of people in there. Yeah. Just at a certain point, it was blatant that they hacked the device and they were view botting it. And YouTube's so fucking stupid that they attack the person that the scammer confuses the system into thinking is view botting. But yeah, again, YouTube is so fucking stupid. You know, they're just dumb as hell. So, you know, scammers. Everything's automated for YouTube too, so they're just even getting dumber. Not even using real IT people for anything anymore. Not that IT people anymore are where they should be either. Oh my. He gets so triggered and mad at these things. He's so triggered by these things. He's so triggered by these things. There you go, there's Kash Patel. That's how embarrassing we look. Yep, that's our FBI director right there. That's about what you expect from him. Is that. That's what you can expect from our and again, remember, he doesn't have any qualification to be the FBI director. Literally none. He's just sort of there. Pretty funny stuff, huh? And then meanwhile, that incompetent. YouTube is incredibly at fault here. Like it is bad how much they are at fault. So yeah, it's pretty obvious that anybody in any other country that wants to sit here and fuck around with an American can do that because of how stupid the Trump administration is. How dumb YouTube is and how stupid the Trump administration is too. That's it. It's that blatant. People, everybody else in all these other countries is just so much infinitely smarter, and they're evolving past us, where Trump has done this to us. He has put us in this position where, again, remember, I've told you before, we used to be, we used to have more lines, hardwired lines and stuff like that, and he has put our grid mostly on fucking satellites and shit like that, where it's just constant problems. He's just unwilling to accept how much nonsense is actually going to happen. And that it you know, you like, he's unwilling to accept when he's wrong. Every time. Golden Dome, wrong. Let's do it anyway. You know, he just doesn't listen to generals. He doesn't listen to anybody. He just you know, he's right about everything. I'm gonna get off stream, guys, but I had to get on and talk a bit about Donald Jackass Trump and the fact that again, I have no idea what I had just watched, except again, worsening rambling, incoherent fucking fool. And I'm not the one sitting here talking him bad about his health all the time. You know, I'm not trying to make it about that. But when that guy, any chance he got, he talked bad about Biden, Sleepy Joe, when he did it. Yeah, see, that's a valid debate point. I win right there. So therefore my bit rate shifts around. Yeah. Just like the jackass every fucking time he was debating with Hillary Clinton. Oh, talks over her. Oh, it takes more time. Anytime she's right. Anytime. Just like this. Anytime I'm right, and I've definitively proved him wrong. It's blatantly obvious. That's the behavior that it exhibits. Okay? So when this asshole, this orange jackass, endlessly said Sleepy Joe Biden, you don't let him forget about it. That's the point. If he did it, you did it. You do it. Because that's the point. He did it. And he's going to be older than Biden was. And Biden stepped down. This guy's not stepping down. Nobody wants this guy in office. Biden stepped down. He didn't run again. Yeah, exactly. And this guy's trying to take your rights away and violate your rights, claiming that he's going to rig it and just be in there a third time. Not even run again. Just, in a few years, don't worry, we'll have it rigged so you never have to vote again. You know, there's literally, that is a violation of your constitutional rights. There's literally an amendment to make sure that you can still elect a president. You deserve that right to elect your government officials. Especially the guy that commands the biggest military on the planet, who right now just decided to randomly fucking attack Iran. And then the entire time I've been saying this, you can blatantly see how my concurrents are just stuck at 2. Yep. After all that malicious bitrate shifting around and all that shit, you know, all these concurrents we had earlier, the hundreds that were in here, hundreds of concurrents, all of a sudden, 2. Oh, and let me remind you, YouTube, out of all the fucking concurrence that we are seeing, is counting fucking 42 views on this entire stream. That's right, 42. Yup. Out of all the views we've seen on this stream, 42. Peak concurrence of around 329, maybe more than that, probably more than that, but it's around there. Peak concurrence of 329, but you know, 42 views. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna get off stream here, but I had to talk about the jackass. I had to. That was absurd. He is absurd. He should be removed, impeached and removed. It needs to be gone. The only worry is Vance is fucking nuts. So. I mean, that guy is nuts. So, you know, I didn't really... That was a huge negative for me, too, when he was his running mate, too. So I didn't understand that either with people. But it's like... You put Vance over Walls? No. 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 Tim Walz would have been a million times better, but whatever. And so would have Harris. Should have been a million, more than that times better. But, you know, people are fucking stupid, so. Anyway. Again, I'm not talking about a valid candidate here. You know, we're talking about stupidity. We're not talking about somebody that actually speaks for conservative values and says things that make sense and talks when it's their turn to talk and stuff like that. No. We're talking about just a man-child douchebag that paints his face orange and can never admit when he's wrong and cheats at golf and went bankrupt 6-7 fucking times in a row and literally is supposedly a billionaire that cheats on his taxes and brags about it. And he's the first convict in office. Okay? Yeah. So can we just alright? Can we just put it all together and rationalize? We're not talking about a normal candidate here. It's just stupidity to even consider the fucking guy. He was never the candidate. But again, at this point, it's dumb. It's stupid. I understood the first time around, not the second. And I sure as hell am not okay now with it. This is dumb. Dumb. Okay? Supporting this guy at this point is fucking stupid. Because again, not a real candidate. Just a bumbling, complete fucking fool doing nothing all day long while saying we're going to do this thing, we're going to do this thing. Doesn't do it, doesn't do it, doesn't do it, doesn't do it, doesn't do it. Nothing happens. Sends a peace deal. He didn't have anything to do with it. Somebody else probably sent it from his administration. He ain't going to fucking do that. So nothing actually happened. They were reviewing it. They didn't get back to him. Nothing happened. He gave a speech. He was supposed to swear the DHS secretary in. Couldn't even do that right. Didn't know anything about the guy. Made a racist comment. Ridiculous, bumbling idiot about all these other things, too. And then, again, didn't proceed to really do much of anything else after that. You know, just nothing. Oh, yeah, and then AI was trying to get him the benefit of the doubt and got the date of the dinner wrong. That's actually tomorrow. It wasn't even tonight. So, just... You know, like, that's kind of what I've discovered about the guy. I try to follow him around and figure out what he did throughout the day. And I just sort of determined that he often doesn't do much of anything. And I can just rationalize the fact that at the end of the day, it's actually worse off than if he just actually did nothing. You know, some of these meetings and some of the things that he did actually makes things fucking worse. People don't like the guy. And he doesn't negotiate at all. He just pisses people off. That's the point. That's why there's no art of any kind of fucking deal. He doesn't negotiate. He doesn't make deals. He tries to force people to do what he wants. It's not a negotiation. It's not a deal. It's not how a two-street... No. I have something... You have something that you want, I have something I want. Somewhere we can meet in the middle, where again, you know, sometimes it's going to be expensive for the other country to do this or that, and you meet somewhere in the middle that you can find a middle ground. It does not look like, oh, I'm just going to force you to agree to do this thing. And, you know, because I'm right and you're wrong. And then when it doesn't work... Yes, it did. It's a child. That's not an adult. That's not how life works. That's why all the rest of us are suffering, while he doesn't. Okay? Because it's not how life works. We reap the consequences. So, thanks for watching the stream. But again, that guy's an asshole. He's not doing anything. He's making things worse. So, just throwing that out there. And you know, we weren't having this whole problem again until again in that stream I did last night, where last night we had all that very obvious meddling. Okay, so I'm just throwing it out there that they, you know, they again, YouTube has been pushing for shorter form content for a long time. Remember, specifically live streams and stuff like that? They should not be secretly trying to meddle around with people just to push for fucking shorter form content. They shouldn't be doing that. And if it's for the excuse that they can't get a hold of this security, that it's like a security issue, that would be incredibly detrimental to everybody's safety. Period. Everybody that interacts with the platform, to just watching and unbeknownst to them. So I have a feeling, again, that it might not be necessarily that. It's probably just YouTube, at the end of the day, using these things as scapegoats. Hoping it does actually do that. And then just using it as a scapegoat. We didn't know. Like the automated shit. And then they try to pretend like you didn't report things and stuff like that. So, anyway, just remember those streams that are longer, where they have all that time to do that. They're doing something, and they shouldn't be. Shouldn't be anything they can do just because the stream is going for X amount of time. Shouldn't have anything to do with anything. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. See ya. See you later.